I was making this wreath, the heart-shaped wreath, and I was trying out the 21-inch burlap that I had. I don't know if you all saw the pink flower. Let's see. Not flower. Sorry. The pink one that I did, and I used 10, I think it was a 10 or a 12-inch heart frame. I am having so much trouble finding that burlap size. So today I was thinking, let me see if I could take a 21-inch. And of course, doing the 21-inch fully through this frame that I got from the Dollar Tree was too large to make the flower. I don't know, I'm stuck on flowers, to make the heart. So what I did, and I figured I'll show you all, and hopefully this will work out. So let's see. Again, I got this from the Dollar Tree. So what I did was take the 21-inch and I just pull my roll all the way over. I'm standing up doing this. It looks like it's gonna come out okay. So I already started. As you can see, this is the back so far. And what I did was take the 21-inch burlap and I folded it in half. Now you could probably press this down to get it more, to get this to lay down more, but I'm kind of liking how it has like that little bubble effect, and that comes from this folded part right there. So I just wanted to finish it up and show you all. So I'm taking the 1/2, so of course it's in half. I'm taking one side through this middle frame, right? This, and then I'm taking the other one. I'm taking it between the two frames. So what you're pulling it up on is this middle frame right here. Hopefully you can see. So I'm just taking it, I'm making sure I'm holding it because of course it's folded in half, and I'm pulling through, and I'm making sure as I go that I'm keeping this fold together so they won't bunch up too much. And it's a lot of burlap, so a little hard. Let's see. And the sad part about this is that I only have one of these. So let's see how many I can get out of this. So I'm pulling, and I'm pulling up and then over because I want it to gather. So again, if you can see this right, I'm taking this, the end, the other side, and I'm pulling up on the middle frame, the middle bar. So again, I'm just pulling, and what you want to make sure is that your fold is staying. So I'm making sure these are together. I'm pulling up and over so that it gathers. And I need to make sure it's not too much because then it'll lose its shape. So maybe one more. Pull. Let's see, I'm making sure I get right at the end. Maybe two. Okay. What ends up happening with me a lot of times, so now I'm going, because this is the crossbar right here. I'm just going to go around that one. And again, pull through. What I find happens a lot of time is when I do these, I'm tighter on one side. One side is a little looser, as you can kind of see, but I can go back and finish that. Let me finish this and then I'll show you how you can fix that. So again, I'm taking the two sides, and this is the end of it, so it's kind of, let's make sure I ain't lose my spot. And pull that out. This is the pull through with the burlap, or even with the mesh, it's a pretty easy method on any other wreath rings. And fast. So again, I'm just pulling. And I'll show you, I don't start at the bottom of the heart frame. I'm gonna pull that up. Because sometimes it's hard to make sure that it keeps its form if you start down there. So I normally start at this first crossbar and go up and around. All right, let's see. I'm looking. And you're just gonna make sure you pull enough at this very end to make sure you go up to where you started. So it's a lot of burlap right here. I'm kind of losing my fold. Let me sit down. To make sure I get this right. Let's see. I think I lost my place. So right now, because of that curve, it's a little harder to pull that through. I must be snagged on something. So I'm gonna fix this because this is where that bar was. Doesn't want to let me pull that through good enough. So you may have to help this part and push it through. Let's see. Where's the bottom? Find my spot again. And right here, you're probably gonna, yeah, it was overlapping, so it won't let me pull through. Again, I'm just trying this. I haven't did this with this much burlap before. And it looks like this little edge right here is gonna be our problem. So I might have lost my fold. Let's see. May have gathered it too much right there. So you want to make sure it stays straight, because that looks like what happened with me. I didn't stay straight. Let me pull that back out. I didn't keep the sides completely straight. So what ended up happening was all of this is gathered together. So it's hard to just pull it through. So back here, I want to make sure I push this up around this point at the bottom of the, okay. I think I got it. Let's see. Look like I gotta pull one side at a time. This does end up being a lot. But those ruffles that 12-inch made were so pretty. So pretty. So I wanted to try to duplicate it with what I had. Because you know, we spend a lot of money buying stuff and then don't use it. All right. So I am just pulling this up, and I'm pulling more because it doesn't have the complete shape, all right, of a heart. If I could get one more pull out of this. And again, I think what's happening is that I'm not, because it's on that curve, the point of the heart, it's not letting me pull through as easily as if I had the smaller burlap. So you may have to work with this part. The rest of it is pretty simple to pull through. And we kind of want this to hang anyway. All right, so that's kind of full. What you do now, as you can see, this side is a little tighter. So I'll go in the back, fix these pieces, and make sure that they're pushed through all the way. So it's tight. I can definitely see the difference in how tight this side is versus the other side. So we may just have to move around a little bit. Let's see what we came up with. All right, so what I'm not liking, I like the ruffle. I don't like that this side is so puffy. So you can always fix that. And see, I'm just pulling, because you can see this is like that. I'm pulling this, and I'm just gonna make sure I gather it. If it doesn't work well, you can always put a pipe cleaner or a zip tie or something right there to make sure that it stays down. But this is kind of what we got. So if you see that your heart is closing up too much, it looks like, and I'm looking through my camera, like this part is a little looser. So we could just fix that by, again, in the back, we can make that tighter by gathering it or pulling that. So here we go. It looks good. Looks pretty good. And I'll get some scissors and I'll probably play with this a little bit to make sure that this is hanging good and have the heart frame. Let me adjust it. Let's see. That part is gonna bother me because it's not. And just gather the back. If you see that it's like overlapping and it's not really keeping the heart shape, you can always push the back part in and gather it better. And also, or use some pipe cleaners or something. All right, I'm gonna cut this off and then I'm just gonna stuff that part that's hanging into the back. Okay. So I won't mess up this burlap. I'll try to make sure I cut it as even as possible in this back. So I'm just gonna cut this off. One across. That we have this. And to make sure that it's down tight. A lot of times it's so tight I don't have to add anything to hold the wreath together. So I'm just stuffing that. But I'll probably add a pipe cleaner right there. Right here, just at the end. To make sure it doesn't go anywhere. Let's see. I think I like it. It's not as pretty as the pink one. Well, as the ruffles aren't as big as the pink one, but it's cute. And it doesn't look that small like when we use the 5-inch or the 6-inch. And it gives it a different ruffle pattern. So you just go and fluff it out. And adjust this back part right here. All right. This part is gonna bother me. So let's see. Just gonna stuff it down in there. All right, there we go.